Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Adventures on the Gorge, the adventure resort where wild meets wonderful on the rim of the New River Gorge in West Virginia. Find whitewater rafting, rock climbing, ziplining, and lodging at adventuresonthegorge.com.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music in West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. Welcome to another Mountain Stage with our host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song. Thank you so much. Welcome once again to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. We are at our home at the Culture Center Theater in Charleston, West Virginia, with a show that has some wonderful songwriters. A lot of these folks have written songs that really get to me, and I think they will get to you also. Matt Nathanson is with us today. Yeah. Also, Mr. Stephen Kellogg and his band are here. Yeah. From over in Virginia, a band is celebrating 25 years making music, Carbon Leaf. And a young woman who lives down in North Carolina, but originally she's from Beckley, West Virginia. She's brought some friends too. Cashavelli Morrison is here. But first, I want to welcome a man who is a math wizard, one of the most successful hedge fund operators in the United States. He creates crosswords puzzles that have been in the New York Times. He's been on a final table at the World Series of Poker. Starting to sound like a joke, isn't it? But it's not. However, that's not the reason he's here today with us. He's also a fine musician, a piano player, a singer, and a songwriter. Been playing piano for a long time and now has just made his fourth recording. And it really is quite a beautiful recording. And you're going to hear some songs from that as well as who knows what else. Brought his band with him. Please welcome for the first time to the Mountain Stage. By the way, the name of the album is Dissolve. First time to the Mountain Stage, Pete Muller.
Thank you. I know what some of you guys are thinking. Oh man, music from a hedge fund guy. What is that all about? This is our new single. I was sitting at Sakana, another dinner all alone. Maggie stopped by, said, I don't mean to pry, but are they still out on the road? Now everybody's starting to notice, but there's no one for me in this small town. Maybe I'll move to West Virginia or Peru. I swear I will if you don't come around. All I try to do is love you. And I love you more than I can show you. No, I do. But how long is this gonna go? Baby, when you coming home? Sometimes life gets a little crazy, and I can get caught up in my head. But I'm so over missing you, as much as you know I do. And I'm so done sleeping in this empty bed. All I try to do is love you. And love you more than I can show you. Know I do. But how long is this gonna go, baby, when you coming home? He said I should go talk to someone, work all my issues through. Yeah, I could go let those angry feelings flow, but I don't need therapy, I need you. All I try to do is love you. And I love you with all my soul, you know I do. But how long is this gonna go, baby, when you coming home? Tell me, 'cause I gotta know, how long is this gonna go, girl, when you coming home? Tell me, I gotta know, how long is this gonna go? Baby, when you coming home? I said, when you coming home? Girl, when you coming home? All right, thanks so much. Really a dream to play Mountain Stage. Falling in love, you know, there's nothing better than that. But when you do that, you give somebody the power to hurt you. And that's pretty scary. The song's about being scared and doing it anyway. I was hanging in this mountain bar, minding my own business, when I felt your presence. Looked up to see your caramel-colored eyes and all that hair. And those feelings I said I'd never have again started coalescing. But the thought of falling hard and getting scarred, well, that made me so scared. And I just wanna hide. I can't get this close to you. Crawl back inside. But that's not what I'm gonna do. My pride, go out on a limb, and I'm gonna let you in. Well, 6 months of flirting till we were certain that we should try this. After drinking a few double nut browns in that same bar, I'm thinking about you all the time, can't get you off my mind. I won't deny it. Yeah, I'm seeing all the signs, but I gotta draw a line before this goes too far. And I just wanna hide, run so far away from you, back inside. But that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let go my pride, go out on a limb, and I'm gonna let you in. I'm gonna let you in. I didn't get a lot of love growing up, and maybe that haunts me. And now you're saying that you know it in your gut, that we should start a family. And girl, I just wanna hide. I can't get this close to you. Crawl back inside, but that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let go of my pride, go out on a limb, and I'm gonna let you in. I just wanna hide, run so far away from you, crawl back inside, but that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let go of my pride, go out on a limb. I'm ready to try, baby, let's begin. 'Cause I'm gonna let you in. I'm gonna let you in. I'm gonna let you in. Thank you. Thanks so much. You know, I've never been able to walk by a grand piano and not play it. Can I tell you guys a story? So my mom, she would have been 90 next month. Left us last year, so she made it to 89, which is pretty amazing. She was born in the mountains of South Brazil, in a tiny town of 5,000 people called Veranópolis, where her dad was the only doctor. And she followed in his footsteps, became a doctor, and eventually left, came to the States, and met another immigrant, my dad, and had a couple kids. And I remember going down there to that small town when I was 23. And she hadn't been back for 20 years, but everyone there recognized her. They remembered the fixed broken bones and the deliveries and her staying up all night. And I realized I had a really, really cool mom. I wrote this song to remember her. In this room, you sang to me a goodnight song. In this room, I learned all about right and wrong. In this room, and pretty soon you're gonna close your eyes a final time. Pretty soon we're gonna say our last goodbye. Pretty soon. Pretty soon. And I know there comes a time for everyone. But it's so damn hard to think that yours has come. And I think it's come. But you're alive in me. You're alive in me. You're alive in me. I see you. I see you in my daughter's smile. I see you when my boy helps another child. I see you and I hear you When I'm trying hard to find some strength, I hear you telling me it's okay to be different. I hear you. I hear you. But it's so damn hard to think your time has come. Just know I'm so proud to say that I'm your son. Yeah, I'm your son. And you're alive in me. You're alive in me. You're alive in me. Every time I need courage, every time I search for grace, I see that proud, patient look on your face. You're patting your belly, and I can hear you say, you're alive in me. 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 Thank you so much. Going to bring my great band back up here. Thank you so much for being a great audience. In life, we're all looking for someone to share that journey. A kindred soul. Where's my kindred? Where's my kindred? Where's my kindred soul? Where's my kindred? Where's my kindred? Where's my kindred soul? Something scratching at me tonight. Twisted covers, forgotten rights. Silence turns into a heartbeat. Just a wrinkle in good times. Temporary state of mind. Know that I'll land back on my feet, but won't you help me find my way? It's been a long time on this road, searching for something pure, looking for a kindred soul. Clinging to the tallest trees in this movie fantasy. So hard to breathe with all the static. I'm floating 2 feet above my bed, hearing voices in my head. Careful, don't you lose the magic. I don't know why I cannot find someone to ride with me through this crazy life. Someone to help me find my way. It's been a long time on this road, searching for something pure, looking for a kindred soul. I don't know why I cannot find someone to ride with me through this crazy life. Someone to help me find my way. It's been a long time on this road, searching for something pure. Where's my kindred? Where's my kindred? Where's my kindred soul? Where's my kindred? Where's my kindred? Where's my kindred soul? Sing it once with us. Where's my kindred? Where's my kindred? Where's my kindred soul? Where's my kindred? Where's my kindred? Where's my kindred? Thank you, everyone.
Pete Muller. Right there. The latest is his fourth recording. It's called Dissolve on Two Truths Records. It'll be out in a couple of weeks as you hear this on the radio, and you can find out about it, of course, at his website or Instagram, Facebook, Peter Muller Music. Those are some songs from that CD right there. And he brought a fine band, some of whom have been with him for a while, and a couple are more recent additions. Time to bring out Julie Adams. And she's going to, as usual, play along with the Mountain Stage Band. They're going to play along with her. Ron Soul is the leader of the band back there. Acoustic guitar. Ryan Kennedy, Michael Lipton are our electric guitar players. Bob Thompson plays the piano. Ahmed Solomon is our drummer. And Steve Hill plays the bass. The tune Julie has chosen is called I Just Don't Understand. Been recorded by Spoon, the Beatles, and most importantly, Anne Margaret. Please welcome Julie Adams.
Well, you call me your baby when you're holding my hand, but the way that you hurt me, I just don't understand. Well, you say that you need me like an ocean needs sand, but the way you deceive me, I just don't understand. Well, you know that I love you more than anyone can, but a one-sided love, I just don't understand. You know that I love you more than anyone can. But a one-sided love, I just don't understand. Well, you call me your baby when you're holding my hand. Oh, how you can hurt me, I just don't understand.
Julie Adams and the Mountain Stage Band. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, Wheeling, St. Louis, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Florida, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by the West Virginia Tourism Office. There are places you visit and places you behold. You'll find natural wonders and endless experiences in the Mountain State, West Virginia, a place that's almost heaven. More information at wvtourism.com. Additional support is provided by HIP Historic Charleston, West Virginia. You'll find live music 7 nights a week in West Virginia's capital city. It's music from the HIP. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Remember, if you missed part of this Mountain Stage or you just want to hear something again, you can always visit the podcast section of mountainstage.org. Each podcast will include songs we don't have time to fit on the radio, as well as a complete finale song. And if you enjoy the show, do us a favor, take a moment to subscribe and leave a review wherever it is you get your podcasts. Next up is a band from over the mountains in Virginia. They met over there in college. And they moved to Richmond and started making music together, and that was 25 years ago. They're celebrating a big anniversary. And you know one thing, when you see a band that's been together that long, they like each other and they make good music. Otherwise, there's no other reason why they would still be doing it. And they have a lot of fans. That's the third big reason. And these guys have accumulated quite an army of fans who want to hear their music and want to help them get it out there and follow them around and go see them and buy their recordings. 3 of the guys in the band are from the original group, and they've gathered a couple other folks as they went along. They've got a new recording called Gathering Volume 1. They're going to make 4 volumes of this, and it's a 5-song CD or EP, Please welcome back to the mountain stage after much too long, Carbon Leaf.
Ah, nice. Thanks, Larry. Two aging truckers. A horse needs to run, a heart needs to bleed. An engine can't gain the miles if it's kept pristine. If the view of change is constant, just like I've been told, is any backyard the boundless star to all directions unknown? Will I be there? Will I be there when all the stories fade, when I am out of breath? My yoke is, your yoke is, resting and share the weary load. My yoke is, your yoke. We're just like two aging truckers down the road. Children of our parents, a storybook held close. A mom and dad's heartfelt work is work down to the bone. And the leveraging meant everything, so a palace for a home. The remains of the day were never shown, never known. Will I be there? Will I be there when all the stories fade, when I am out of breath? My yoke is, your yoke is, resting on our shoulders and we share the weary load. My yoke is, your yoke. We're just like two aging truckers down the road. Two aging truckers down the road. We now work in reverse. We salvage and we save. We fight the rust, one if by land, two if by grace. Sure as the spring will hail, the greenest in all things, let the freshest of our love set sail and float the open breeze. Will I be there? Will I be there when all the stories fade, when I am out of breath? Will I be there? Will I be there when all the stories, my yoke is, your yoke is, resting on our shoulders and we share the weary load. My yoke is, your yoke. We're just like two aging truckers down the road. Two aging truckers down the road. Two aging truckers down the road. Horse needs to run, heart needs to bleed. Two aging truckers down the road. Horse needs to run, heart needs to bleed. Horse needs to run, heart needs to bleed. Two aging truckers down. Horse needs to run, heart needs to bleed. This is teamwork right here. That's okay. Thank you. I'm a fidgeter. I was reading an article recently of the 16 million fighting men and women who served in World War II. To this day, there's about 560,000 of them left alive. And they're dying at an average rate currently of 372 a day, so it's a big piece of history that's going to be gone in about 4 years. Hug a World War II vet. This song is dedicated to them. It's dedicated to the men and women who never came home. The war was in color. I see you found a box of my things, infantry's tanks and smoldering airplane wings. These old pictures are cool, tell me some stories. Was it like the old war movies? Sit down, son, let me fill you in. Where to begin? Let's start with the end. This black and white photo don't capture the skin. From the flash of a gun to a soldier who's done. Trust me, grandson, the war was in color. From shipyard to sea, from factory to sky, from rivet to rifle, from boot camp to battle cry. I wore the mask up high on a daylight run that held my face in its clammy hand. Crawled over coconut logs and corpses in the coral sand. Where to begin? Let's start with the end. This black and white photo don't capture the skin. From the shock of a shell to the memory of smell. If red is for hell, the war was in color. I held the canvas bag over the railing, the dead released with the ship still sailing out of our hands and into the swallowing sea. I felt the crossfire stitching up soldiers into a blanket of dead. And as the night grows colder in a window back home, a blue star is traded for gold. Oh, where to begin? Let's start with the end. This black and white photo don't capture the skin. When metal is churned and bodies are burned, victory earned, the war was in color. Now I lay in my grave at age 21, long before you were born, before I bore a son, What good did it do? I'll play for you. A world without war, a life full of color. Where to begin? Let's start with the end. This black and white photo never captured my skin. Once it was torn from an enemy thorn, straight through the core. The war was in color. Where to begin? Let's start with the end. This black and white photo never captured my skin. From the flash of a gun to a soldier who's done. Trust me, grandson, the war was in color. Trust me, grandson, the war was in color. Trust me, grandson, the war was in color.
Thank you very much. How are you doing tonight? We're so honored to be here at Mountain Stage. Thanks again for having us. It's been a few years. It's good to be back. We appreciate your attention. We're going to play a few songs off our new album. It's called Gatherings Volume 1. And these songs are about community. They're about getting as much out of our life as we can before we go to the great beyond. The song is called Come Sunday Morn.
My eyes are hazy, my spirit's weak. I can run with the best of them, but my legs have gone to sleep. Switch on the bright lights, turn on this town. Tell the ledger star the prodigal son of a bitch is coming around. Leave my blue suede shoes by the door. Break them in and ask forgiveness come Sunday morn. All these floorboards are barely worn. Break them in and ask forgiveness come Sunday morn. I woke this morning, a ball full of rage. A heart full of burning fire was beating on its cage. Mom has gone to heaven, Dad is fairly well. My sister's got her hands too full and I've gone on to hell. Leave my blue suede shoes by the door. Break them in and ask forgiveness come Sunday morn. All these floorboards are barely worn. Break them in and ask forgiveness come Sunday morn. Break them in and ask forgiveness come Sunday morn. Dance to me until the boiling fever sweated out, till the pails of grief run bottomless on the flames that brought the drought. Switch on the bright lights, turn on this town. Run me through till I turn to powder and dash me on the ground. Leave my blue suede shoes by the door. Break them in and ask forgiveness come Sunday morn. All these floorboards are barely worn. Break them in and ask forgiveness come Sunday morn. Break them in and ask forgiveness come Sunday morn. Break them in and ask forgiveness come Sunday morn. Everybody make some noise.
called Bow and Arrow. Call the doctor, start to pray. You got to shore up your love today. Life will end in peculiar ways, and the time you spend is unexchanged. Oh, bow and arrows poised to the sea of sky up above. One thing's for sure, you gotta shore up a love. You gotta shore up a love. Yeah. From outside the garden on a summer's eve, I see you crouched down, pulling weeds, and I hide my face from the memories, like I hide my prayers when I'm on my knees. Whoa, bow and arrows drawn to the sea of sky up above. One thing's for sure, you gotta shore up a love. You gotta shore up a love. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, make some noise for Mr. Carter Gravel on the fiddle over here. Sing hallelujah, say amen, just shout it out to begin again in the waiting pool of original sin. You know my heart was the first one in. Whoa, bow and arrow shoot into the sea of sky up above. One thing's for sure, you gotta shore up a love. You gotta shore up a love. You gotta shore up a love. Thank you so much. Are you with us?
Well, it's been a really long set for us, so we got to go. But not before a proper goodbye. Please come say hello after the show as you exit the gift shop.
And thank you, Mountain Stage, for having us. We're going to leave you with this song. And this is also off of the new album, but I think we should probably get a selfie real quick, so let's just do this. Thank you so much. This, ready? Great. The song's called Gifts from the Crows. The morning hits me up early. I follow my thoughts down the road. I take what I find. I keep my pockets lined, looking for gifts from the crows. They follow me all through the branches. They call out the signs of warning. They gather and off they go.
They follow me all through the branches. They call out their signs of warning. They gather and off they go. But I don't wanna be all alone, all alone. All alone, all alone. All alone, all alone. All alone, all alone. Shining on the way home, I found a gift from the crows. There's a candle set on the table. There's an orange burning low in the sky. There's a fragile peace washing over me, but it never outpaces the night. And we're telling the tales of our longings, and we're piercing the veil with our stars as we score the memory. And we're telling the tales of our longings, and we're piercing the veil with our stars as we score the memory. But I don't wanna be all alone, all alone. All alone, all alone. All alone, all alone. All alone, shining on the way home, I found a gift from the crows. I keep my pockets lined, 'cause shining for me on the way home, all of these gifts from the crows.
Good night, West Virginia.
John Markle, Jesse Humphrey, Carter Gravitt, Terry Clark, and Barry Privet. Carbon Leaf from over in Richmond, Virginia. And their latest is called The Gathering Volume 1. They plan to put out 4 EPs around that theme of the gathering of the clan, the gathering of the community, everything that relates to that theme. Nice to see those guys again. We hope you will take a quick look at our website sometime. It's mountainstage.org. You can find links there to our podcast, and of course you can follow us on just about every form of social media. And someday, we hope that you'll come see us in person, whether we are here at home at the Culture Center Theater in Charleston or on the road. You can find out where we're going to be, and you can get your tickets right there, mountainstage.org. We're going to end this hour with a husband-wife team band, but the name of the band is the wife's name, Cashavelli Morrison. I always heard the husband and wife are one, and the wife is the one. That's true. And Cashavelli came from Beckley, West Virginia, now lives down in North Carolina, where she met the man she plays with here and his partners on the stage and in life. And they have a fine band that travels with them. They just made their second recording, released last fall, winter. Their first one was very much praised, and so has this one. You'll see their music has a dreamlike quality, the songs, and it also has a tie to old-time Appalachian music. It's not strictly old-time music, but there's a tie there. There's some mountain ballads that you can hear when you listen to their music, but those ballads will have been produced by David Lynch. We're happy to have them on the show for the first time. Please welcome Cashavelli Morrison.
Thank you. began to wonder of all she'd seen. Before the sun rose on an icy morn, I woke to the screams of my darling firstborn. With my dagger in hand, I threw open the door. Saw a man had taken her to the floor. Promise never tend my grave. Take the long-haired mare and go far away. The man had the eyes of my love, my husband, my one who'd stolen enough. A red sun rose on the love I divest. I pushed the dagger through his chest. Promise never tend my grave. Take the long-haired mare and go far, far away. My daughter wailed, I'm among the damned. No, no, girl, love, untie your hands. I held a long white thread pulled from the lily laced on her bed. Promise never tend my grave. Take the long-haired mare and go far, far away. Promise never tend my grave. Take the long-haired mare and go far, far away. The sundowner stood alone in a sunken cell of ash and stone. Before the gallows, I wept myself clean, for my only daughter had been set free. Promise never tend my grave. Take the long-haired mare and go far away. Promise never tend my grave. Take the long-haired mare and go far, far away. Thank Thank you so much. This is a really special performance for me because it's my first time playing as a songwriter back home in West Virginia. My family's here, and I just feel like this is a dream come true, a triple dream, because I'm up here with these guys, my family's here, and I'm on Mountain Stage. Husband's hand and a gun. My husband takes my long mane and demands my lover's name. The name of a stranger is what I gave, and with a killer I've been. like to take a moment to introduce these amazing people up here. I love them dearly. This is Luke Payne, who's been on the slide and electric. This is Chazare on drums. And John Ray on bass over there. And this is Ryan McLeod on lead guitar. This project is very much my vision, and he's been the soil to that and watering it. So I create the songs, the meaning of songs, the lyrics, and he brings them to life more than I could ever do it. So he's the biggest feminist I've ever known. growing up an hour from here, I had to tell you the story. From time to time, I'd hear those two words, mountain stage, before I knew what it was. And as a kid, my imagination was just like, it was a mountain, like Mount Everest, and there was like a parking lot-sized stage built on top of it, because it's called Mountain Stage. And so now that I'm here, it kind of feels that way. I got a laugh from Larry Gross back there. I'm up in the night with my baby. How many mothers in the world are doing the same thing? My girl screams in my arms. Is she a wolf or a fawn? Well, silence wouldn't save her for long. Maybe she's screaming at you, kind of man I've come to know, and she'll know well too. Will carve your belly with a thorn, so all you make is stillborn. I didn't want him, so I don't see him anymore. My girl, you're an animal coming near in the dark. You're cold as thunder white. All your enemies hide. All your enemies Maybe she's screaming at me if again I trade myself for what he's hunting. With a rifle's aim on my head, I taunt him to go on ahead. Take what of my body is left. My girl, you're an animal coming near in the dark. You're cold as thunder white. All your enemies hide. All your enemies My girl, when I birthed you on that bed, like every mother in the world, I screamed, I'm dead. You're the wolf's teeth in the fawn's head. You don't need him to kill a beast to make sure you're fed. My girl, you're an animal coming near in the dark. You're cold as thunder white. All your enemies hide. All your enemies hide.
Cashavelli Morrison, West Virginia via North Carolina. They live down in Winston-Salem. That new recording is called Hunger. Been out for just a few months now. Cashavelli Morrison. I'd like to say a special hello to you if you're listening right now over WMRY, Charlottesville, Virginia, or WQLN, Erie, Pennsylvania. Hope that you'll be with us next time. Kathy Mattea will be a guest host, and she'll be here along with the Tim O'Brien Band, Poe Ramblin' Boys, Allison Brown Band, the Honey Dewdrops, and Charles Wesley Godwin. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage from NPR. Well, thank you. Welcome to the second hour of Mountain Stage. And if you are just tuning in, a special welcome to you. Thank you for tuning in. And we think you will be glad you did during this hour. We're going to be hearing from Mr. Matt Nathanson. Well, we'll start the hour with a man who we are always happy to welcome back on the Mountain Stage. This is his sixth visit. And Stephen Kellogg has been with us with his former band, and then he's been with us solo, and he's been with us with some new friends, and he's got a brand new project right now, recording called Objects in the Mirror, where he does what he does best, which is mine his own life and his own relationships to come up with some truths. I think he does this as well as anybody does. I was telling him beforehand, Loudon Wainwright always does that. Paul Simon does it too. A lot of great writers do it, and I think he's right up there with them. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Mr. Stephen Kellogg.
1, 2, 1. All right. We're drinking up alcohol to raise these kids, warts and all. There wasn't enough alcohol to quench my parents' thirst. And if I end up just like them, that's okay, ain't no sin. Where you going, where you been, it's mostly the same place. I got all I ever wanted, but still cannot believe how I love to take for granted all the love that comes to me. We got enough words to write, books to read, and fights to fight. There ain't enough thoughts and prayers to satiate my rage. And maybe we are just as bad as our worst enemies have said. Or maybe we are just ourselves and having an off day. I got all I ever wanted, but still to me. All the love that comes to me. All the love that comes to me. I dig the evening buzz, I hate the morning drag. I dig that evening buzz, and I don't sleep nearly enough, but I'm still happy because I am still happy because I got all that I ever wanted, all I ever need, and I love to take for granted all the love that comes to me. And you are all that I ever wanted. I still cannot believe how I love to take for granted all the love that comes to me. And you are all that I ever wanted. I still cannot believe how I love to take for granted all the love that comes to me. All the love that comes to me. All the love that comes to me. I've gotten to this point in my life and in my career where I've written so many songs about family that I'm starting to feel like Raffi for adults. So I was pretty determined going into this next record, like, okay, we got to mine some other territory. And I flew out to write with my friend Tyrone Wells in California. I'll let him know he had a half a dozen fans here tonight. So I flew out to write with him, and I have, if you don't know anything about me, I have a ton of kids. And he had just had his first, and he was in that place that people are in after they've had their first kid. It's euphoric, but it's very sleep deprived, you know? And so he was there, you know, kind of like, I thought maybe we could write about kids. And I'm like, We started writing this song, and about by the time we got to the first chorus, I knew that I would be the one recording it. And so it's called Song for Daughters, but it might as well be called Song for Sons. Here we go. Well, this is a song for our daughters, 'cause there's some things that they need to hear, and we never know when it's our time to go. So let me be perfectly clear. You're gonna win, you're gonna lose, you're gonna walk yourself round in your shoes, till maybe one day it's you who will say, well, don't be too hard on yourselves. You don't have to be somebody else. On the days when you most want to give up the ghost, don't be too hard. Don't be too hard on yourselves. Girl, everyone wants to be beautiful. Everyone looks in the mirror, sees things that would change, feels some sort of pain. But I see your beauty so clear. It's in the way that you light up when you are doing the things that you love, just how you are. That's the best part. So don't be too hard on yourselves. You don't have to be somebody else. the days when you most wanna give up the ghost. Don't be too hard, don't be too hard on yourself. And if Venus should smile down upon you, and you're lucky enough to find love, give it all that you got, 'cause good love takes a lot. And pray that that love is enough. And if it's not, how it can hurt. It's so much less than you deserve. If you're there one day, you'll hear me sing. Well, don't be too hard on yourselves. You don't have to be nobody else. On the days when you most wanna give up the ghost, don't be too hard, don't be too hard. So don't be too hard on yourselves. You don't have to be somebody else. On the days when you most wanna give up the ghost, don't be too hard, don't be too hard on yourselves. Well, this is a song for our daughters. Don't be too hard, don't be too hard on yourselves. Thank you so much. Do we have any coaches here in the Mountain Stage crowd tonight? Anybody coach? Just one of you? You're my people. This is all right. You guys are indoor people, I guess. That's cool. So last year, I decided to coach. I coached. I travel a lot, so I coached with another guy who actually had a grasp on the game of basketball. But I was kind of the hype guy. I was the Seabiscuit guy. I was like, you can do this. You can do this, guys. All right, buddy. And the thing I realized as I was coaching is that 7th grade girls can see through to your insecurities like that. So what I would do to get pumped up is I would crank AC/DC on my way into all the games and all the practices. I'd have Highway to Hell just blaring out of the speakers, much to my 14-year-old chagrin. And I thought to myself, the great thing about an AC/DC song is you know exactly how you're supposed to feel when that chorus hits. So this song, this is AC/DC for middle-aged people that like Americana music. The one making a decision always ends up second-guessed by a person less decisive who believes that they know best. I wouldn't change a thing, I would make the call again. Shame on you, you could have been a friend. Now it's hard to hear the measure that was with me all the time, like it was in the beginning, but the past is hard to find. Do you think we'll ever feel the way we felt when we began? Do you think we'll ever feel that way again? Those were highs and lows. There's only one way that the river flows. Was it comedy or tragedy? Both I would suppose. It's highs and lows. Oh, that time in Arizona when we laughed until we cried, and all the sleepers in the van, they one by one turned on the lights. And I never hear the Beach Boys without thinking about that song. What a miracle to feel like you belong. Those were highs and lows. There's only one way that the river flows. Was it comedy or tragedy? Where did the good times go? It's highs and lows. To those highs and lows. Now when I received your letter, I hung my head and cried. I looked right into the mirror, and the mirror doesn't lie. I wrote 20 songs in Nashville, I wrote 20 in LA, 20 for those brothers that I lost along the way. But for every song I wrote, through every single note, I knew I was writing songs just to give myself some hope. And I've scattered tiny rocks all across this asphalt road. For some reason, I just needed you to know about these highs and lows. There's only one way that the river flows. Was it comedy or tragedy? Where does the money go? It's highs and lows. To those highs and lows. If what you said about me, if I believed that it were true, I would throw myself upon the mercy of the ocean blue. But most of your critique, it doesn't sound that much like me. Do I wonder if it sounds a bit like you? Oh, those highs and lows. There's only one way that the river flows. Was it comedy or tragedy? Well, who really knows? It's highs and lows. I've had highs and lows. To those highs and lows. It's been an honor to be on Mountain Stage all these times, you know, because I've been through, like some of the other acts on this bill tonight. I'm here with some of my oldest friends in the business, you know, Carbon Leaf and Matt Nathanson. I mean, Matt and I ate donuts at his 30th birthday, and because he's not a drinker, so we just went and ate like a ton of munchkins, and that was what we did, you know. And it means a lot to still be here with these people, and to be here with Larry Gross, and to be here with the Mountain Stage team. And over those years, I was on all these record labels, and they, I think, wanted me to be just bigger, you know. And so they would come to me, and they weren't bad people, but they were trying to help me, you know. And I appreciate them, but they would come and say, Stephen, man, could you consider writing some songs with less specific dates and names in them? Because we think that would help you reach a wider audience. I just want you to keep that in mind when I play you this next independently released song. 11/28/76. The day that I was born, right before my parents split. It was hard, I know, on them. When you're young, raising children. As we look back through the looking glass, visions closer than they appear. Stubborn toes on toys, those days you wish were still here. There'll be objects in the mirror. $128.86. Our eyes glued to schools, only television set, and no one told us now. We knew every dream does not come true. As we look back through the looking glass, visions closer than they appear. Even when they say the sky above will be clear, there will be objects in the mirror. For 2003, the day I said goodbye to my favorite refugee. And if he came to us again, would we even let him in? $5/13/2012. The last day I remember Mama acting like herself, and when the angels took her home, I was never so alone. As we look back through the looking glass, visions closer than they appear. When you're holding on to the hope of one more year, we're just objects in the mirror. Ten to 17. Terror in Las Vegas, and a ghost of Tom Petty, and all these big guns in bad hands cannot bring back one good man. As we look back through the looking glass, visions closer than they appear. If fear itself is the only thing we should fear, what of these objects in the mirror? $12/31/17. Surrounded by my family, 12 o'clock on New Year's Eve, throwing paper on the fire. Nothing else that we require, because a heart with no regrets is as good as it can get. As we look back through the looking glass, visions closer than they appear. There's so many things to be grateful for, my dear. All these objects in the mirror, objects in the mirror. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. We're going to play you one more song, but this is, West Virginia really is like heaven. It really is. Tonight, anyway. Yeah. And just because I have to do this, I'm too old to not recognize and appreciate the people that helped me get my music into the world. On the bass, Mr. Cookie Dough Chow Fan. On guitar, the man who co-wrote 6 of these new songs and pretty much saved my life about 13 months ago. Please give a West Virginia welcome to Mr. Eric Donnelly. Now I feel bad I didn't introduce you with more gusto because you might, And on the drums, just one of my best friends and my road wife, Boots Factor. We're going to end with an old one tonight, but thank you so much for listening. And if you like these new songs, I hope you'll pick up the new record. But really, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. She was on fire and wild and American. She burns it out probably just because she can. If I had $1 for everything I should have said, I'd probably still be busted. I would throw it all away again, yeah. Lightning bugs light up all across the southern sky. Some guys get it all and they don't even need to try. I watched you roll away, you didn't even say goodbye. Now I hate the night, I'm guessing that's the reason why. This is our life on the 4th of July. It isn't much, but at least it's mine. So I got in my van and I ended up in Boston. Thought about my friends and not easily I lost them. I'd do it all again, I leave everyone exhausted. Some folks get a break, me I still ain't caught one. I thought of you nights when I would drink too much. If you thought about me too, you never ever tried to get in touch. Went back to school and I ran into these guys I knew. We started up a band, but we couldn't seem to get it through. We got some gigs and eventually we lost that too. Did you ever think that maybe if you're not happy it's because of you? And this is our life on the 4th of July. It isn't much, but at least it's mine. Na 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 na. I got a job, I was selling ads for magazines. At night when I would play, I'd think about her constantly. Everything I loved somehow got away from me. Suicide, I used to talk about it openly. I finally quit, hey maybe I got fired, I don't know. Doesn't matter just as long as it happened though. I added up the fears and the doubts I was living with. Songs and lightning bugs at school and work and all I bet you know. And this is our life on the 4th of July. It isn't much, but at least it's mine. Na 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 na. Oh yeah yeah yeah. lost the girl, some time, and a couple friends. Small talking parties I never could stomach it. I'm old enough to say I remember when, but I don't have the time for your nostalgia, your criticisms. You live, you learn. Me, I've been learning to let go of parents and bosses and people don't want us to grow. We know that anything we want to, we could do. No one's gonna tell us just who we should be singing to. You know this is our life. On the 4th of July. Oh, and it isn't so much. Yeah, but at least it's mine. I know it's mine now. Baby, this is my life. On the 4th of July. And it ain't so much, but at least it's mine. We're singing na 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 na. She goes na 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 na
Stephen Kellogg and his band. Eric Donnelly there on the acoustic guitar came to the show with the alternate roots too. Mr. Stephen Kellogg. Objects in the Mirror. You heard some tunes from that. That's the latest one. Also, there will be a book, a companion book to that album that will come out this fall. Mr. Stephen Kellogg. Always love to see him. And I'm happy about the fact that he puts dates and names in his songs. That's the way we like it. Time to look over to our great piano player, Mr. Bob Thompson. Lately he's been doing his own version of some Americana, some folk songs, some old gospel tunes, and some Beatles songs, and that's what he's going to do today. I bet you will recognize this one. Let's hear it for Bob Thompson. Get his music at colortones.com, Mr. Bob Thompson. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, Wheeling, St. Louis, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Florida, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by the West Virginia Tourism Office. There are places you visit and places you behold. You'll find natural wonders and endless experiences in the Mountain State, West Virginia, a place that's almost heaven. More information at wvtourism.com. Additional support is provided by Hip Historic Charleston, West Virginia. You'll find live music 7 nights a week in West Virginia's capital city. It's Music from the Hip. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. You're listening to Mountain Stage on NPR. Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Adventures on the Gorge, the adventure resort where wild meets wonderful on the rim of the New River Gorge. Find whitewater rafting, rock climbing, zip lining, and lodging at adventuresonthegorge.com. If you have questions or suggestions for us, we'd love to hear from you. Our email address is larry@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us, of course, on Facebook, Twitter, and you can look behind the scenes on our Instagram account. All of these links are at our website, mountainstage.org. Well, our last guest comes from out in San Francisco, and the last time he visited us was in 2007 when he released an album called Some Mad Hope, which yielded a multi-platinum hit called Come On, Get Higher. He did it on the show. And that launched him into stardom. Mountain Stage is known as a springboard to pop stardom. And we'll take full credit for that. The next 12 years where he really has done everything. You've heard his music on television and movies. He's been on everything from Howard Stern to Ellen. And his last album is really pretty interesting. It's a funny one. He did a cover of Def Leppard. It's an approved cover of their whole album, Pyromania. What a talented man he is. Written some of my favorite songs. One of America's great, great singer-songwriters. The new one is called Sings His Sad Heart. Welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Matt Nathanson.
Oh, thank you. That's quite an intro. I've recorded it. I'm going to listen to it every night before I go to sleep. Pop stardom. I love that idea. Good to be with you. This is a song from my last record called Giants. Thanks to my family for clapping. That was an incredible moment where I'm like, this song called Giants. 3 people, like, woo, ah, hey. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't want to see the wires in the circus anymore. I want to dream and make believe people can fly. Yeah, I don't need to be reminded what it takes to kill the fun. I got a head full of sharp knives. So yeah, it's easy to get colder and it's easy to forget. So meet me where the lights stand. We can wake up every morning, we can set ourselves on fire, and we can do it all again. The world don't speak for us, darkness until the darkness goes away, until the television finally tells the truth. You know, everybody's scared of things they don't understand, and all of the living that they don't do. So yeah, it's easy to get colder, and it's easy to forget. So meet me where the lights dim. We can wake up every morning, we can set ourselves on fire, and we can do it all again. The world don't speak for us, they lack the confidence. We're only hearts and bones and blood, but we're giants, giants. The walls are closing in, we climb and they descend. Nothing but the clouds against our skin. Oh, we're giants, giants. Well, I'm done trying to fit in, be half forgiven for things that I never did. 'Cause we're more than what scares us, we're final and fearless, and we'll dance where the ice gets thin. 'Cause it's then the world don't speak for us, they lack the confidence. We're only hearts and bones and blood, but we're giants, giants. The walls are closing in, we climb and they descend. Nothing but the clouds against our skin. Oh, we're giants, giants. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, that was an anthem that I wrote. I was like, on this new record, so that's from a record before the last one. And on this record, I was like, the world needs anthems. We need positive songs for unempowered people. I'm going to write a bunch of I'm going to be like the U2 of man folk. Look out, Imagine Dragon. Take a sidestep, Coldplay. Your sweet daddy's coming down the pike with a bunch of anthems. Yeah, except, so I wrote the first song for the new record, and it was like, don't leave me. I was like, oh no, uh-oh. That just must be the debris in the way of the anthem. Then the second song was like, I can change, I can change. I was like, dude, this is not looking good. 15 songs later, they were all about like, why'd you go? Why'd you leave me? Don't go, please. I'm worth it. So, so the next record's going to be anthems. This one's about, have you ever been, you know how people, when they're in relationships and they break up and you say to them, I'm really sorry that you guys broke up, and they say, we really just want what's best for each other, right? Like, I've broken up with a lot of people, and I've been broken up with many times, many more times than I've broken up with people. And I've never once thought, I hope you find happiness without me. Like, not even, well, maybe a little. You know, you don't want them to suffer. But you'd like a ceiling on their joy. Yeah? I mean, am I the only one? Bunch of enlightened, chakra-opened, Bikram yoga people in here tonight. You're like, I don't know if I relate to that. I'm just one with the universe. But anyway, I was thinking about changing my name to Matt Petty. Not because of Tom, you know? Just because I hold on to things for a long time. Anyway, I wrote a song that's fiction because that's what I can do. I can create my own reality. And in this reality, the experience that we had was so good that nothing that this person's ever going to experience is going to be as good. So it's like I want like my Titanic moment in the supermarket with them at like 80. Where like we're reaching for this, not Titanic where everybody dies, that one, but The love story underpinning the death. You know, like reaching for the same gluten-free cornflakes. And I touch her hand at 75, and I go, oh, and then we look at each other, and she goes, you were always the only one I loved. And I go, I know. So this song is trying to manifest something in my own life, confidence. So here we go. P.S. If you've ever sort of like gently stalked the new significant other of your person that you were in love with by going to their Instagram and maybe going deep, like 2015, 14, 13, just like this kid looks awesome, you know, like he looks nice and he's handsome. That's why you have to write songs like this. Reality's not my thing. 1, 2, 3. Doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo.
Last flare from the lifeboat, last air in my lungs. By now even I know that you've got someone. Some people see the diamonds, some can only see the flaws. And we made perfect little movies that no one ever saw. I didn't know that forever only meant forever till you found someone better. Someday it's gonna hit you, you see it clear as crystal like a photograph. No one else gonna love you like that. I'll stay in your mind. You can always find me in the way, way back. No one else gonna love you like that. It's gonna love you like that. Gonna love you like that. I'm sure he's easier than I was. If you like that sort of thing, he looks better with his shirt off. Yeah, but can he sing? Yeah, 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 yeah. When the sun's setting early and my shadow's getting long, radio just wanna hurt me, but you in every song. No one else gonna love you like that. Gonna love you like that. I'll stay in your mind. You can always find me in the way, way back, yeah. No one else gonna love you like that. He's gonna love you like that. He's gonna love you like that. I didn't know that forever only meant forever till you found someone better. Someday it's gonna hit you, you see it clear as crystal like a photograph. No, oh, no one else is gonna love you like that. No, oh, no one's gonna love you like that. No one else gonna love you like that. No one else gonna love you like that. I'll stay in your mind. You can always find me in the way, way back, yeah. No one else gonna love you like that. He's gonna love you like that. He's gonna love you like that.
I'm trying so hard to not swear. It's my only vice. Besides, I don't know what you consider vices, but Stephen was talking about donuts. Those don't feel like a vice. They feel like a godsend. I almost said something else there, but I quickly caught myself. So I have a kid. My kid is 8, and she's like a barbarian child. And when she was just old enough to understand words, I said, here's the deal, dude. When I swear, I'll give you $1 every time I swear. And that way I won't swear around you. And my wife was like, what are you, dumb? She's like, you're going to be broke. She's like, make it 10 cents. I'm like, 10 cents. Pfft. 25 cents for you, Bubba, if I swear. She's like, all right. Her college is funded. Her therapy, which she's going to need, funded. And she's like super close to owning a Porsche. And the other night, we played in Boston the other night, and she was out for the week, and she came to the show, and like I came back on the bus after we were done. I was like, Bubba, good show, yeah? And she was like, it was good, it was pretty good. She's like, I got a little bored a couple times. She goes, but Dada, and I'm like, what, what's up? She pulls out of her pocket this like crumpled up, it looked like a flyer from the venue that she'd found, and she like unfurls it on the table, and there's just hash marks on it. Like an absolute, it looked just like night. It was just like lines. So she literally like found some like crayon on the floor. It's better than if she found like, you know, some sort of pill that made her trip. Like poor Jude Law's kid. Do you remember? They went to a birthday party and ate some ecstasy. Anyway, totally different story. Nonetheless, my kid had this like scorecard of my swears, and she goes, Dada, you owe me a lot of money. And I was like, no, I don't, dude, because what I just did pays for your life. And plus, you can't really hold me accountable when I'm on stage. And she goes, I swear she said that she waits a beat, and she goes, yeah, the way I see it is that you didn't have a script tonight, so you made the decision yourself to say those words. So I'll just leave this right here. You can tally it up. I lost count at about 56. And she goes to the back of the bus and goes to sleep. We're still in sort of like litigation. Just about like, I'm not going to pay her, but she might come after me. This song is not about that at all. The next record of Anthems will have that one. How my kid totally color of moneyed me. It's in the way that you use it. Dada, you owe me $77, and you didn't even know it.
Grew up believing love was a grudge. Home was a place where you lived with your guard up. People keep saying memories fade. Mine are all drunk and they just keep calling. Well, I hear the gun go off, crowd go wild, and you're still here, mile after mile. Oh, the past is a long distance runner, and I'm falling further and further behind. Oh, the past is a long distance runner. It's going round in my mind, round in my mind. Oh, miles looking for love. We go miles looking for love. Keep on going miles looking for love. We go miles. I need some music, I need some sleep. I need a lover, somebody to move me. It took me forever and ever to see the good in the people who see the good in me. Oh, the past is a long distance runner, and I'm falling further and further behind. Oh, the past is a long distance runner. It's going round in my mind, round in my mind. Oh, miles looking for love. We go miles looking for love. Keep on going miles looking for love. We go miles. Oh, miles looking for love. We go miles looking for love. Keep on going miles looking for love. We go miles. Well, I hear the gun go off and the thunder crack in my head says go. Don't ever look back. But the past is a long distance runner, and I'm falling further and further behind. Oh, the past is a long distance runner. It's going round in my mind, round in my mind. Oh, miles looking for love. We're going miles looking for love. Keep on going miles looking for love. We're going miles. Oh, miles looking for love. We're going miles looking for love. Keep on going miles looking for love. We're going miles. Oh.
Yeah. Aaron's taking the piano. That's Aaron Tapp on the guitar, the singing and the piano. That song that I told you was about sort of confidently saying, like, I was the best you'll ever have. That's like the Saturday night bravado. This is the Sunday morning. When you wake up and you realize that, like, not only is someone onto a new chapter of their life, but they're onto like a new book entirely. And you're just still living it every night, maybe playing songs every night that you wrote about this person. I'm not saying that's what it's about, but it could be. Also, just a side note, I drank some carbonated water before I came on, and I'm burping a lot. And I've been trying to kind of get them out slyly, because I don't want you to hear just like big burps, especially on the radio, driving your car. That's terrifying. You know? You're driving down the street in your Oldsmobile Buick, and all of a sudden some idiot just starts burping. You'd be like, this real world really has gone to hell. NPR is just a bunch of burping. Anyway, I just want you to know, Pavlovian style, every time I have to burp when I'm on stage singing, I swear to God I think about this is just the same one thing every time I think about. What would Bryan Adams do in this situation? Like, you know, he's just like I got my first real... You know, he's got a burp in the middle of an anthem. I swear it happens every time I burp, and I've done it about 6 or 7 times now. It's just Bryan just comes into my head like the tiny Canadian wonder that he is. And I think, well, I don't know if Bryan Adams would find it. There it is. I got it out like that. That's how it works. And then I move on, and then it comes back. And I go, Bryan Adams, and then it's out again. That's it. This next song is not about that, as I said. That was a side note because I feel super comfortable with you guys here and people that I don't see out in the world of radio. So this is a song called "Used to Be." Can you tickle the ivories for a second so I can hear? Yeah.
Still got the same old number. Still drive the car you hate. I'm still fighting with my father. Still staying out too late. Still leave the back door open. I still let the dog escape. Maybe I'm deep down hoping you'll come back to yell at me like you used to do. And you were right, I'm just a stubborn fool who's living in the past. When we were young and we were free, all your friends were friends with me. Swimming in our clothes when the beach was closed, midnight on New Year's Eve. And if you're having trouble, baby, holding on to memories, I got a king-size bed and a PhD in the way it used to be. I got a king-size bed and a PhD in the way it used to be. And when you write your movie, your autobiography, and can't reach the sweetest details, feel free to call on me and write how I made you shiver. The ground underneath us shook. The devil is in the details. He and I get on real good like we used to do. And you were right, I'm just a stubborn fool who's living in the past. When we were young and we were free, all your friends were friends with me. Swimming in our clothes when the beach was closed, midnight on New Year's Eve. And if you're having trouble, baby, holding on to memories, I Got a king-size bed and a PhD in the way it used to be. Yeah, I got a king-size bed and a PhD in the way it used to be. Oh, 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 oh. You know it's ancient history, and if you're having trouble, baby, holding on to memory. Got a king-size bed and a PhD in the way it used to be. We were young and we were free. All your friends were friends with me. Swimming in our clothes when the beach was closed, midnight on New Year's Eve. And if you're having trouble, baby, holding on to memory. Got a king-size bed and a PhD in the way it used to be. 'Cause we were young and we were free, and all your friends were friends with me. Swimming in our clothes when the beach was closed, midnight on New Year's Eve. And if you're having trouble, baby, holding on to memory. We got a king-size bed and a PhD in the way it used to be. Got a king-size bed and a PhD in the way it used to be.
Cool. This next one's one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. It's nowadays we're in the time of celebrity, more so than we've ever been because of, stuff we don't need to talk about. Because everybody feels so unempowered that they think that somebody else has something that they want or need besides, and it's all the superficial stuff. Things like justice people need and all people should have, but things like flying in a private coach, or having a gold-plated toilet, or being an asshole and letting the world still think that you're worth it. I just swore. Do you have a shoot? Anyway, that's a thing that's extended to only certain people, the celebrities and the rich. And so I wrote a song because I used to get interviewed a lot. I still get interviewed, actually, but they would say, it's the time of the Kardashians, who, if you could hang out with one famous person, who would it be? And I have enough friends that that I don't need. I'd much rather hang out with Born to Run than Bruce Springsteen. I've met enough of my idols to know that the greatness of somebody who maybe is famous to me is really their work. It's like they're a conduit, and that as a human, they're just I'm good. I'm good. Anyway, but that answer sucked. They hate that answer. It's real long, doesn't make any sense, and they're just okay, well, no fun guy over here on the radio. That's great. So I had to think up a better answer, and I was racking my brain. I was famous person. I was Bill Murray. Right? If you could hang out with somebody that's famous, Bill Murray, man, the guy's got a 1-800 number that everybody that wants him in their movies or whatever has to call and leave a message in the amount of time that they have and pitch it to him. And then if he calls you back, he wants to do it. And if he doesn't call you back, he didn't like it. Bill Murray shows up at bar mitzvahs and stuff that aren't even people he knows. So good. So I wrote a song about Bill Murray and I traveling across the country, Thelma and Louise style, in a convertible. In the song, again, fiction, you can sort of travel over the ocean like chitty chitty bang bang. And Bill and I are best buddies, and I'm going through emotional turmoil, and in true Bill Murray fashion, like Meatballs and many movies, Lost in Translation, he's just sage Yoda wisdom, just raining down on me. So, that's a long story about a song that's shorter than that. This is a song called Bill Murray.
I fell asleep had a dream, Bill Murray and I were friends. We drove the world from Boston to Japan, and blasting old Van Halen. And one night over drinks, Bill started crying. He said to me, kid, of all the stupid things I ever did, I let go when I should have pulled her in. And he handed me his cell phone, and when I called, you were on a plane. Moving back to Portland for the rain. Well, I won't only love you when you're winning. You other fools pretend to understand. Come on, take my hand, we'll go down swinging. Just let me be your man. Let me be your man. 100 days we hiked the coast to Galway in the rain. And then Bill said something late one night in Spain, and it's always just stuck with me. You only get one person who knows you best, and it's temporary, everybody else. Well, I won't only love you when you're winning. You other fools pretend to understand. Just come on, take my hand, and we'll go down swinging. Just let me be your man. Let me be your man. I'm done with sleep. Imagine things, 'cause dreams aren't dreams until you wake up. So wake up, just wake up here with me. I won't only love you when you're winning. You other fools pretend to understand. Just come on, take my hand, and we'll go down swinging. Just let me be your man. Let me be your man.
Thanks to Mountain Stage for being legendary, amazing. It's a total honor. Everybody playing tonight, what a great night. Thanks for having us.
Matt Nathanson. Mr. Matt Nathanson, along with Aaron Tapp, singing and on piano and guitar. His latest is Sings His Sad Heart. But he has a lot of recordings out there that are definitely worth checking out. I love that last song. And so glad to have Matt back on the show. If the singing thing doesn't work out, I'm sure the Comedy Channel would welcome him. Our thanks to Matt. Our thanks to Stephen Kellogg, Cashavelli Morrison, Carbon Leaf, and Peter Muller, and all the folks they brought with them. And thanks to you folks here at the Culture Center Theater, our home in Charleston, West Virginia, for coming out and being with us in person. And our special thanks to you listening there on the radio, because without you, there would be no Mountain Stage. We never forget you. We never take you for granted. We hope you'll be with us next time when our guests will be the Tim O'Brien Band, the Poe Ramblin' Boys, the Allison Brown Band, the Honey Dewdrops, and Charles Wesley Godwin, and the guest host will be Kathy Mattea. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilia Skouras. Assistant producers are Alexis Palmer and John Ingram. Production managers Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens. With production assistants from Michael Lipton, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, Big J, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Vasilia Skouras, John Ingram, and Music and Motion Promotions. Special thanks to Mountain Stage members Walter Walker and Sean Williams for their generous support. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Go out and hear some live music wherever you are as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the mountain state of West Virginia. First thing I remember, I was lying in my bed. Couldn't have been no more than 1 or 2. I remember there's a radio coming from the room next door. My mother laughed the way some ladies do. Come on, everybody. When it's late in the evening and the music's seeping through. Come on, Stephen Kellogg, here he is.
Next thing I remember, I was walking down the street. I'm feeling all right. I'm with my boys, I'm with my troops, yeah. Down along the avenue, some guys are shooting pool, and I heard the sound of a cappella grooves, yeah. Singing late in the evening, and all the girls out on the stoops, yeah.
Brian Kennedy on the guitar. Play the piano, Peter Miller now. Play the guitar, Sean. Come on, Sean. Come on, Barry, sing the third verse now.
Then I learned to play lead guitar. I was underage in this funky bar, and I stepped outside to smoke myself a J. When I came back to the room, everybody just seemed to move, and I turned my amp loud and began to play. And it was late in the evening, and I blew that room away.
Bring it down now. Let's hear the percussion. Here we go. Bob Thompson on the piano now. Peter Miller going to sing it for us now.
First thing I remember came into my life. Said, "When I get that girl, no matter what I do." Yes, I've been in love before, once or twice on the floor, but I never loved no one the way that I love you.
And it was late in the evening, all the music seeping through. Come on, Michael, lift it back here. Play your fiddle, Martha. Here she is.
into my life and said, I'm gonna get that girl no matter what I do. Well, I guess I'd been in love before, once or twice, and on the floor. I never loved no one the way that I love you. It was late in the evening, all the music seeping through. Oh yeah, it was late in the evening, all the music seeping through.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. This is NPR.